There we go.
Fuck that. No. Luke's brother is being tortured in this, whatever it is. And, Sam needs to get out, and we need to get him out now.
You lied, Trevor.
I know, but I'm listening to your background noise.
Oh, my bad. Should have said something.
Well, I just started hearing it. My bad.
No.
Okay. Let me see. Let me put up Moon Lagoon.
Good morning, Moon.
Let me get
We're
my
going to
share
give people
game.
a few minutes to slip on in. We're going to go ahead and play our share
Look at
games.
right versus wrong. What it do, right versus wrong.
Already in.
I got to meet next time you here.
Yeah. Next time, Flint City Council, because we all tend to show up to those. Share now. Yeah, your share game is better than my share game.
Yeah. I got you.
I just need to get into East Side Flint, whatever.
Oh, you're on the east side of things, huh?
If I'm going off of compass points, I'm on the west side, but Winter's had me join East Side when she got kicked out. There you go. East Side Community Flint. Well, yeah. And she keeps telling the truth on everyone. All right, folks. So we've got just about started. We got 4 folks. Let's see if we can get a few more in. I don't see the YouTube side today because I need both my screens, one to look at what I'm doing here and then the face-to-face side. Oh. All right, 5. 5 is good.
Get ready with.
Good mornings. Get ready. Oh, yeah. Grab yourself some caffeine, folks. All right. Let's go ahead and start. Mickey, would you do me a favor and put up that first picture for me?
Nope, I quit.
Okay. All right, guys. I want to hit you all with a little bit of truth here. So they're celebrating this gun buyback, right? Saying it is a huge success. I want you to take a look at everything in these 2 grocery carts. The closest thing I have to majority of those guns is this right here. That old double barrel right there is fucking beautiful, and the guy only got paid about $500 for it, according to him.
You got to put that back up, Trevor, because that was up what you were just showing them. Explain that to him again.
This here, the gun buyback.
Mm-hmm.
So that double barrel that was in that first cart, that big cart, that's an heirloom weapon. That's an antique. That thing, I'd say, is probably close to about $1,500 once cleaned up. The guy caught $500 for it. There was an SK in there. Those run pretty high, especially with the original Russian wood furniture on it. That the dude got paid about $500, which is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. And we don't know how much all this cost. We don't know how much they actually spent, how much cash they had on hand, how much the cops got paid for their time, the food, the advertising for all of this shit. But you can tell because they said by condition, and a lot of those weren't in the greatest condition. They weren't definitely showroom condition. Those people probably picked up about $150, $300 max. To go on down the list, they had a lot of these in there. Now, for everyone's reference, every firearm I'm about to show you is unarmed. Nothing came out. Old bolt action. You have to manually work it. This is your deer rifle. I want to say 10 of those. Then we got a couple old shotguns, a couple of these. Actually, I saw very few pump actions. I saw mostly brake actions. Yep, empty. But the SK, the closest thing I have to that is this some gun, semi-auto, yada yada, empty. That's the majority of what they got. What they were hoping to get are a few of these. These are what they would pay about $500 for. To be honest with you, when I bought this in 2010, this was $900. Guns don't go down in price either. But let me tell you, none of the guns that they took out of there through those grocery carts are going to make our community safer whatsoever. Anyway, they didn't. Because what most of the shootings in the city of Flint, actually around the country, but we care about Flint. Not to say that, I don't love my folks from North Carolina and everywhere else, are hit by one of these in a holster because you don't see it coming. Honestly, because it comes like this. So they're touting this as a great success in making our streets safer, folks. Unfortunately, it isn't. And like I asked you last week, are you stupid? And we came to the consensus that we, the people here in Flint, are not stupid, but they keep trying to play us like it. They picked up a nice, decent little fortune for that gun buyback, which I hate the name gun buyback because the government never owned those guns in the first place. Second, shut up, Trevor. Sorry, Discord went off. Second, I couldn't ever sell a gun to the city of Flint anyway with the amount of felons here. None of them will pass a background check. They haven't made the community safer, and they wasted our money again. Right versus wrong, I got some homework for you since you guys are... I got a little bit of knowledge for you here in a second. But I got some request for you, some homework for you, because right versus wrong is by far one of the biggest contributors to what we do here at 810. Myself, Wintus, and Mickey, we love you guys to death because you always have facts and receipts and you put them up for us. We don't have to do nearly as much to put on our shows now because you're here. Could you find out exactly how much money went into this program and how much was actually spent? Because I'm willing to bet whatever was left over found its way into someone's pocket. Now, I will hit you with this right versus wrong. You are hitting the wrong nail when you say someone carries to council on government property. Here in the state of Michigan, we have a nice little rule that says you can carry inside municipal properties, just not federal. I know because I looked up that law and I make sure I carry. With as much goes on in there and as often as we throw shade at people and as often as we try to expose corruption, I'm not going any place around them or their friends where I may be vulnerable unless I can protect myself. So, no, you can carry in City Hall here. Actually, I can open carry any one of these in there if I wanted to. Nice, fun little tidbit for you all. But I thought I'd get that out of the way because just like the mayor's little good news Flint or XYZ that he puts on, or these little tidbits that they put out on Facebook or through the news, and how everything's good news, how everything they do is absolutely fucking wonderful. We sit here and we see the truth as it is because we live on these streets. Nightly I hear people getting shot. Earlier this week, I saw an abused dog. I tried to take him to do the right thing, take him to the shelter, and he got, taken back by his abusive owner. I say this is an absolutely terrible turn of events for that dog. The mayor's office would turn around and say, dog reunited with owner thanks to hardworking Genesee County Animal Shelter. I like how it says, yes, I'm kidding. I got my license, but yeah. I don't know where my brain went with this, to be honest with you guys. It's a lot easier having Wintus here to talk to, but she decided to abandon me last minute.
Well, I'm right here now. What do you want to get to? You said you wanted me to put that up, this other gig up for you. Hold on and stuff.
Oh, you know what? We do have exclusive footage of Attorney Kim's mental gymnastics with his legal opinion. Mickey, will you go ahead and throw that up for us, please?
Hold on 1 second. Let me set it up for you. This is terrible.
What?
Have 4 events. Men and women share the floor in the vault, but they also have uneven bars and the beam. Even with the events that they share, there are significant differences. For example, the women
How he
music
is
to go
able
along
to
with their
contort, ladies
routines, and they
and
also
gentlemen.
have required dance elements. Women typically do
Go ahead.
That man is able to contort and twist to think himself into the right direction. Would you go ahead and put up page 3 for me?
Hold on, let me get this for you right quick. So page 3. You talking about this one right here, right? Hold on. Let me get this for you. Mm-hmm. There we go. And bam. Not that one, huh? You want the other one?
That's later.
Got you. Hold on. Let me get this for you right. Let me get that for you right. Hold on. You said page 3, right?
Page 3. So it'd be the first of the pages with the legal
I think
opinion.
it's this one right here.
Yep. So if you could pull that up for us, Mickey. There we go. And bring us to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So, in his own words, except as preempted by state law, any public servant who in the discharge of official duties would be required to take an official action or make official decision that would substantially affect the public servant's financial interest or those of an associated business or immediate family member as defined in this charter must take the following actions. Next slide, please.
All right, hold on 1 second. I got you. Hold on. Let me do this first. Okay. That's the next slide. You need it blue up.
And I need it blown up and the very top of the page. My eyes don't work as well. Just this one sentence right here. The required actions are, in short, disclose of the potential conflict of interest and potential recusal. That's all we need to know right there. A 501c3 nonprofit is a business, is a company. It is very closely tied into Lewis. I wanted everyone to get those two very well tied in together. Because while he's sitting there saying he does not see a conflict of interest, in his own words, there is one. I mean, $1,500 for candy times 2, because they got another check this year, I believe. So that's $3,000 to sway a vote. The corruption on that is absolutely insane. And the fact that he is excusing it for Liddell Lewis and she is holding on to that legal opinion like a lifeline is absolutely disgusting to me. I mean, am I on the wrong basis here, Mickey?
No.
I mean, you heard everything I just read, right?
I'm looking at it. I'm back here reading it behind the Wilson name. Then I'm looking at the different things. I'm looking at right versus wrong and Thomas Padroni talking about it. Right versus wrong said ding, ding, ding. I'll put it up here for you. Let me go ahead and comments. And it said, Kim told on herself in the whole opinion.
Yes, he did. That's the thing. So now I'm wondering, because if it were just to keep Neely happy, his job isn't worth that. Even if he is an absolute trash tier lawyer, he can go work for the state as a what is it, public defender, and still make a decent living.
I mean, I guess because his people gonna be losing.
Yeah, but he's still getting a guaranteed paycheck.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you win or lose when you're a public defender, my man.
No,
you get a guaranteed government salary. So Neely could fire his ass, and he's still got some place to go, even as bottom of the barrel lawyer. I'm wondering if he's catching something on the side instead of being pressured from the top down, if he's actually getting something in his pocket.
What'd you think about this question from Right versus Wrong? It says Lewis is holding on to the opinion because if she is charged with any crime, she can take him down with her. It's all a master plan for her. She's playing her cards right, but that's what people do when they are corrupt. Yeah, well, he's a fool if he gonna go out like that.
You see, now she is. However, when he first wrote that opinion, he could have gone the exact other way. Why didn't he? I'm still thinking that he got something on the back end, a check, maybe a free tune-up on his car, whatever the hell it may be. I don't know. Maybe Quincy came by and mowed his lawn.
Or when he got that raise.
Oh. How much of a raise was that? I think it's like $30K a year, wasn't it?
Was it that he got? Yeah, remember he got the raise when
it was substantial.
It was at 90 something or 100, and he got it raised up. They did it when they removed Eric Mays. Yeah,
it was substantial. It was literally the base amount or single family income of Flint, 30,000. So, maybe that's the favor. They gave him that pay raise, and he just follows along with whatever legal decision.
But, hey, what up, Kevin Berryhill? Just the question I got for you, Trevor.
Yep.
With all this going on, what I don't get is that how is the other people getting tied up? How is she able? I done seen them. I can understand the mayor having political power because he got some purse
strings. He's the mayor. I mean,
right. But how do a council person who don't really know, like I can understand Mays because he's senior council. Mays been around, so he know like the mechanics of how the city run, and
and he knows people, right? Yeah.
But Liddell, for her to think she wielding power and to act in the way she acting,
I think it's a borrowed power, my man. But she's living off of Neely's power.
Gotcha.
Almost as a second in command. What I say, Neely says. And she is wielding it like a weapon. You see that nice little old lady getting put out of her kitchen. And Right versus Wrong, once again, thank you. Because earlier this week, Right versus Wrong posted the 3 categories that the Kennedy Center put in for. Economic development, blight, and I can't remember the third one. It's not beautification. Anyway, 2 20s and a 40. They put in for $80,000.
Oh, hold on. Let me find that. I know what you're talking about. Hold up. Let's get to it for the people who can understand. I don't just want to put stuff up. We ain't got nothing. What you talking about? I don't want the people to. This one. Oh, okay. Hold on. I got you. Let me get over here. Is you talking about this subject right here?
Yes.
I'll put it up.
So, if you pull to the right, it says, to quote Right versus Wrong.
I got you. Hold on 1 second. There we go.
Mr. Pastor put in a resolution plus $80,000, totaling $130,000. Is he searching for free funds? This was from 9/20/23. Now, when did he speak? at last council? That must have been the 25th. Council was Monday, correct?
Yeah.
And Liddell's little press conference was on Wednesday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The same day that he put in for this. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like come up here, speak on my behalf, get people outraged, divide the city, get people off of my corrupt.
Hold up, that was Thursday. That was Thursday, the council. And don't forget the press conference.
That's what I'm asking, the press conference.
The press conference was Thursday.
Okay, so it sounds like she called and said, get people off of my corruption, get people to stop paying attention to me. Mm-hmm. Get people to, if they're going to pay attention to me, get the sympathetic light. Put your word out there to support me. If you put in for ARPA funds, I'll vote for it. That sounds like an ARPA bribe to me. Because he was just up there this past week to speak not just on her behalf, but also to defend himself when it became known that he put Ms. Biggs out. Doesn't it all seem a little too coincidental?
It do look bad.
Look, I don't believe in coincidences. The universe is rarely so fucking lazy. So, all this money going to him, then he does an extra favor, and now he's getting more. Not to mention, in that same facility that they're kicking her out of for political activity, they have had candidates come in. There you go. But they've had candidates come in and speak. They've had people come in, PACs and such, to speak on political options in and around this area.
Right.
But suddenly her passing out a sign sheet to recall someone is crossing that line.
See, that's where it get into like a coinky dink. It just happened to be she's doing got the recall papers, getting the signatures. And that's what I go back to, because he was up there. He don't like to pick sides. You did pick a side.
You did.
Right. When people, every time a person say, I ain't picking no side, just believe me, they've been picked a side.
Mm-hmm. And
you ain't got to tell me you picking a side. Show me.
The thing is, he allows all this. I think he even allowed Liddell to speak in there when she was running. But now, her most vocal detractor that goes to council often, that speaks out against Liddell often, that is carrying the sign sheets to put at her place where she is cooking for people against Liddell, is now all of a sudden getting kicked out.
But hold up.
That's not a coinky dink. There is no such thing as coincidence.
But listen to this. Beverly Biggs never put the recall in the kitchen while she was working.
There you go again.
No one ever signed the recall there. So what did he do? Why did he get invested in that? Because
he's pro Lewis, she's anti Lewis, and she was making Lewis look a fool at city council. And even if she wasn't collecting signatures in that facility, she was still collecting signatures or helping in whatever way she could. I mean, she's an elder lady on a walker. You know, she's not going door to door as hard as some of the others, right? But that was the only person that they could directly influence, as far as I know. What are they going to do? What are they going to do to, like, Rich Jones? Let's be honest here. They're going to kick him out of council. That's about the worst they can do to the man.
I mean, kick him out for what? And Beverly
his Biggs, phone going off again.
But that goes back to a person getting mad. Don't get mad at the person that's getting the recalls. Be mad at yourself, because if you weren't doing it, would nobody be signing them?
Isn't that what Dennis said last night?
Yeah.
He said, I'm willing to take that hit if you think you can do better. And you know what he did? He tightened up his shot group. He tightened up his shot group. He started opening his eyes to the corruption, looking around going, what am I missing that everyone else sees that I'm getting recalled for? Oh, holy shit, these two are crooked as hell. And now I'm back to saying, Dennis is a fairly decent guy again. As long as he keeps up this attitude, I'm with him. He doesn't have to vote the same way as, I always want him to vote. Because A, he's showing he has his own initiative, and B, he's showing he's a genuine man again.
My only thing with it, and I tell him this when I see him, because I said it on here several times. I know if he had his eyes open, like you said, the corruption maybe would open his eyes when he was seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right. And maybe things are better on that side, being on a winning team with the 5 votes, because you need 5 votes to do anything in this council.
Right.
One thing that I've had to explain in our lives, Art's lives, and a few others about city council is this is not a majority rules council. Mm-hmm. If you've only got 8 people, actually, if you only got 7 people and your vote is 4-3 split, nothing gets done, period. You have to have 5 votes to get anything to go forward on that council.
No, I'm going to tell you what I like about it. He's showing me he's a politician now.
Yeah. He's doing the legit politician populist movement. I'm with it. I'm with that.
And that's what I was getting with, because I'm reading what Thomas Padroni saying. I put this up.
Let's not get too lovey-dovey.
Yeah, and he said, he said, I welcome his recent actions, but let's remember all the crap he voted for. He did damage. Yeah, so that's the thing when you be on the wrong side of history. You can do so much wrong.
On the personal side of it, though.
Yeah.
On the personal side, outside of his voting record right now, I've become a fan of his because of the shit talking. If you can be a politician and shit talk like Dennis, I'm probably going to be a fan of yours. I don't care how you vote. Now, when it comes to the voting record, you are damn right. The man has sinned.
Yeah, I do care. My thing is just as long as you helping the people. Like I said, I wouldn't be tripping on what's going on, Trevor. If the people was getting took care of, the infrastructure, the pipes was completed. We having these conversations, that's even coming up, and I hate to harp on it, but it was in the news, and we got to speak about it, about the mayor trying to get that. Well, it wasn't him, how Dennis was trying to explain, and he was saying, how they had these meetings and stuff for pay increase. There's no way in the world you could say a pay increase in Flint. You know what I'm saying? But you got so much lawlessness going on.
I can hit you with several ways I'd say the mayor does not get a pay increase, right? Number one, if you go off of, will more pay incentivize him to do better work? No, because he's already one of the highest earners in the city of Flint right now at, I believe, $125K a year.
Then do you think he worked that 125?
No, that's the other part. He hasn't worked for it. In the Army, I don't know how many vets I've got here. I know Tony's probably getting ready to rip down half of Flint, so I can't count on that vet to be here at the moment. But when you're promoted in the military, it's based less off what you are doing and based more on what you are able to do, right? They have to see some sort of potential. I don't see any potential here for him to do better because the job he's already had, he's failing. I mean, failing outright. We have no cops. We have no infrastructure. I mean, as mayor of the city of Flint, he can directly petition Congress and say, look, if you're willing to throw, I think it was $150 billion at Ukraine right now, that is enough to fix our pipes. Was it 125 times over? 125 times over. How about you ship some of that our way? Because Ukraine is a different country. How about you take care of America? How about you take care of, let's face it, we are a very impoverished community here. And we are, as weird as this is going to be coming out of my mouth, a majority minority city. Right? So you're just showing that at the federal level, no one gives a fuck about us. No one gives a fuck about the poor. No one gives a fuck about the poor whites, the poor blacks, the poor anyones, because we're still living here with poisoned water. We're still living here with roads that can't be fixed. We're still living here with no cops. We're still living here with ambulances that you have to wait 20 to 30 minutes for a gunshot wound or a motorcycle accident at high speed. No one gives a damn. Our wind funds are in the negative. Our ARPA funds, last we heard, lost 4 million overnight from 18 to 14 million. And yet we can't get a single fucking badge in here to take a look at half the shit that's going on, to tell us exactly where the corruption is happening that is preventing us from getting the things that we need to be a successful, if not just a society able to find an equilibrium. We are losing more people a day than we are gaining. Do you know how rare that is in a human society?
You got a point there.
I mean, we have more kids die a year than are born in Flint. We have more families move out than move in. Flint is perpetually dying in more ways than one. Hell, we can't even control our kids. We got kids throwing chairs across classrooms, trying to hit each other and taking out teachers. And we don't think that's a behavioral issue caused by, say, water, caused by, say, the hopelessness of knowing that no one's here to catch us when we do fall through the cracks, because we fucking will. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think it's because of the people that we study. I ain't gonna say so much of us. I'm gonna just go back to this. I remember when Sir Major was here, and I'm just gonna bring it up just to show you the games, that how they play people in Flint.
When who was here?
Sir Major.
Okay, because in my head it sounded like Sergeant Major. I'm like,
no, Sir Major. He he's a guy. I done seen him. He in all type of trouble now, but they was trying to run him here. I don't know who brought him here, who had the bright idea to bring him here, and they was gonna try to run him for Eric May's seat. You didn't see him. You see the one when I think it's Don Pfeiffer talking at City Council, and you see the albino guy that's sitting in the front.
I was paying more attention to Don because he also.
But I'm just saying the guy was just sitting right there though. He was sitting there who Sir Major, but I'm saying he and all type of stuff. But he done got us some stuff. He done got exposed on what's that Clubhouse or whatever. But the point that I'm saying, look at these characters they bring from out of town and just bring them here, and they be getting ready to run them. And if it wasn't from the people who had did some due diligence and knew the games that he had skimmed, the things he had did in Ohio, I think it was Ohio, and then he went down in Georgia and did some things, he going back and forth. But that's the point that I'm making, man. Hey, how you doing, Mama Quill and Kathleen King, everybody who done joined in, and what is it, Kabbalah here? Thanks for tapping in. Go ahead.
Kabbalah Harris is just going to ask if I can say Miss Harris or Mr. Harris, because I'm going to screw up that name if I try saying it fast. But yeah, no, you're right. Like, I'm
just saying, that's just like how
they try lining someone up from the outside to kick out someone that is a known quantity trying to do something for the folks. Mr. Davis, good Mr. Davis.
But that's the point I'm saying. They was trying to bring, like I said, all these people they got in, and now you got.
And now we got.
I'm saying, look who you got. You got Liddell in. Look who brought. Look I mean, look at the things that you get.
The demonization. Well, let's stand back for a second. Let's go back a few years of Mr. Maurice Davis. They called him a Trump supporter, which in this town is about akin as saying you're a racist or whatever, right? I mean, they destroyed his character up, down, left, and right, and made it so easy for someone else to walk in that was easier to be controlled. Because at least he would sit up there and tell us some truth.
Who would?
Mr. Davis.
Oh, no, I get what you're saying. It's just
right. And the Sir Major right there, right?
That's what I was trying to say.
No, I'm using Mr. Davis as a example of what you're saying. one that actually worked, because Mays is still there and he's still working for the people.
Right.
And now we, well, congratulations to Jerry, because that first recall was bullshit. Condolences to Jerry, because they're putting another one in.
They're not gonna stop until they get one in. You got to understand, man. You got people that's just look at I'll give you an example, and I hate to bring her name up, but look at Miss Freeman. Look how she supposed to be down there and saying she want to get, and I agree with you, Jolena Freeman. You want to see she want Eric out, right? But she want Eric out, right? She running for Eric's seat. But look how she down there. She got a camera holding it up. You call yourself like you showing, oh, he this and oh, he ignorant, when he was standing, because Eric was standing up by the first row seat when she was there.
Mm-hmm.
But she want to, you saying you trying to condone him, but look what you doing. You ain't making yourself look no better.
No,
if you trying to say he this and that, or you saying all of this, but you standing up here saying this, you part of the confusion when she's saying, oh, I got my, she down there recording whoever she want to record. How you gonna be any better? At 1 minute she want to condemn, say all of them need to be replaced. But who was you to think you need to be in that seat?
Yeah, that's almost like the penny preachers around here. Not everyone is called by God to preach. Not everyone is equipped, emotionally or in terms of maturity to be on a governing board, especially when you're sitting there and your entire life is to demonize someone so you can take their seat.
But
why aren't you making yourself look good by going out into the community and by being seen doing something without jumping in front of a camera? Why aren't you being seen endorsing certain, say, ordinances or pieces of government work, or say denouncing others and educating the people as to why you feel like that? Instead, you must be up there and be an antagonist.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but she don't get it. Like a lot of them don't get it. A lot of them don't get it because they thinking we gonna get something. That's what I'm saying. When you look at the head, I blame the mayor on this, because look how the people, you basically showing that you use the opera money to buy your 99%
of the things in Flint, I will straight up and honestly tell you, I blame the mayor.
No, I'm saying for the opera money.
I know.
ARPA
money is one thing to blame it on him. Our infrastructure, our lack of care, our lack of, our horrible depression problem, our drug problem. I mean, Tanya Burns, I think it was just yesterday, there was another fentanyl incident. Let's not forget all the shootings, but all of those I put on the mayor. Because
that's the point.
The actions of a city reflect its leadership.
But that's the point that I'm saying. Just look at it, how you got pastors coming out here to swear up and down they follow Jesus, followers of God. Just think about it. Even your religious people, activists, just think about it. That's out here saying they followers of God, right? Then none of them, the concerned pastors, were the three that was there, really looked at the situation and said, was this true? Is there some validity to this question? Just look how quick people then jumped out there.
Yeah.
Just jumped out there. Then when you come find out, oh, they had some money that was coming. Oh, they had this was coming. Just look at Liddell Lewis. She running to the church.
You know exactly what I call those kind of folks. They're Sunday morning Christians. So Sunday morning, they're 100% about the Bible, 100% about his beliefs. Sunday afternoon until Saturday night, they are all about the debauchery and me. But come Sunday morning, they wake up, put on their church clothes, pick up their Bible, and that's what they're about.
I'm just saying.
I can say a lot of the preachers around here are the exact same thing. They don't actually care.
And that's the point that I'm making. Just look how these two got set up. First of all, the man who called it wasn't even there.
Nope.
To back him up there at council. Just think about it, Chris Martin, you had this, but you didn't even get the full, if they did watch it, because right now I'm starting to believe people is not really watching it. They just going on second hand. They didn't even sit down and say, was this said, get the content on how it was said. They just went back. Oh, she was called a monkey. I'm just saying, didn't even look at the content. Then you never seen none when when I'm just gonna be real. When Judy said color, when she said I dated a color man, you never heard no uproar. You never heard none when Eva Worthy said handkerchief head Negro, but called Jerry Winfrey Carter ghetto. You never seen none of these concerned pastors.
Right? Here's the deal. So we will watch, we show up, and we'll tell you what we've seen and what went on. But that doesn't mean not to tune in, folks. Like, go to city council or watch a replay of it. And yes, sometimes they're 6 hours long. Yes, it may take you a few days to get through. But without the context and without your eyes laying on it, how can you believe what anyone says? So, did these pastors pull up the video and see the entirety of the conversation that led up to what got Liddell so heated and to what got this community so divided for a week? I don't think so. I think they just heard and they jumped on.
That's, but I'm just saying, look at the selective what they want to go fight for. Just look at what she's doing. You hear, even I gotta throw Candace Moosehead because she's full of shit too. That's 7th Ward council person. She running all around. You doing all of this. This why I go back to Dennis. You got to be careful what you happen, because it was told to me, when you lay down with dogs, you'll come up with fleas. And I'm not calling them dogs saying anything like that, but I bet yet I rephrase it, because you know they come out with something. When you get in the mud and think you're gonna come out clean.
Yeah, right. Throwing rocks and hiding your hand. Yeah. I mean, there's 1,000 different ways to say it, but you're absolutely right. Like, because Candace has a major. How can I put this very lewd to catch attention? She has a hate boner for Dennis, right?
You know why, don't you?
Because he called her out.
No, I'll just give you an example. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's quit pussyfooting around the situation. When you're not part of the clique no more. I done went through that. When you don't be down with people, they will tarnish your name. And that's all that is. Dennis not part of that clique no more, so Dennis' ass is finna be threw up under the fire.
I mean, Dennis sat there and, yeah, there were some preemptive shots thrown at him, and then he decided, he woke up and chose violence. Sitting there and saying, I've seen Candace's phone. She texts Liddell and asked, how should I vote on this? And he put that out for the entire public to see. The 7th Ward doesn't actually have a voice in this city. The 2nd Ward just has 2. Or the 2nd Ward councilwoman has 2.
Yeah, it's just being the truth. I'm saying, but it wasn't no lie.
So she got pissed off about it. And because when that happened with Dennis, when he messed up his words, did we hear any impassioned council speeches that night about how this was horrible and deplorable? Did anyone's face light up like, oh my God, how dare he say that?
Man, they knew what was said, Trevor. They just, what it was, they seen Dennis didn't have Dennis, they lost that vote.
You, myself, and Art were there.
Yeah.
I think Wintus had to step out. I think, no, that was the night that her children had volleyball.
Yeah.
I did not see Mace's face react in any sort of way other than, hey, dude, you messed up your word. Let me fix that for you. Liddell was just getting angry because she was getting the chair taken away.
For that day.
Quincy, he was just kind of a blank slate. Judy didn't care. Jerry Winfrey Carter and Tanya Burns, 2 people who I know would be the first to jump on something like that. Where's that darker gun? Would be the first to jump on something like that because they've been affected by it a lot, thanks to Eva fucking Worthing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. What I'm saying, they
didn't react. Candace didn't react until it was decided we're gonna try to do something with Dennis to tarnish his name, and she jumped to every news agency in the state of Michigan to try to tarnish his name. I mean, the man was receiving death threats over a lie.
But that tell you, but that tell you all you need to know. And I don't know. And Judy, why she playing? It's gonna happen to her too. Her day gonna be coming with them. Soon as she go against something she don't like, so she can keep playing, sitting on the fence too. Quincy see it, but I think he just so knee deep in it that, like I said, he do show like Quincy do show some wussy, some contrite, but he's so locked in with the mayor.
Sometimes he shows some wherewithal. Other times he's a blank slate, and it's really dependent on if the man had a cup of coffee before stepping in.
No, I'll tell you what I said, and I said it on this. I think they be getting a call. I'm not there. I think they be getting a call after, because Quincy do be on some stuff, like when he did let Liddell, but he, like I tell you, Quincy would get up to that corner and look around and come on back. I'm straight. Because he did. He couldn't answer the question when Liddell said, how, you can see
or what did I do wrong?
Right. And that's what's crazy with her.
She castrated him like Judy would have done to me.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. But see, we so quick to go. My thing is, Liddell don't want to look in that mirror. Quincy don't want to look in that mirror. Judy don't want to look in that mirror. Candace don't want to look in that mirror. Eva don't even look at the mirror. I'm just going to be honest, because if you did, you would see some self-accountability. Even I have to admit some things that I did wrong, why certain stuff don't work out. But I admit what didn't work out for me. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not one of them you can tell who can do something, because I don't work like that. When you think you running me, that's when we're gonna have a problem. When you think I'm just gonna do this and that, and you trying to control me, that's where the problem gonna come in. That we're gonna always have one, because we're not kids. Right?
So a wise man learns from his mistakes.
Right.
Or a wise woman. I mean, let's a
wise person.
Yeah. Right. Learns from their mistakes. A fool blames their mistakes on others.
Right.
And with Quincy, I don't know what it is, because in the past he has made some really great calls that have brought our attention to things. The bidding process with the cars a year ago.
Right.
He stood up and said, what's going on with this bidding process? Only one group turned in the packet. I think that there is some bid rigging here. He said bid rigging. The very next council, he got pulled back. I don't want to talk about it. Can this wait until after the election?
After the election, then talk about it.
And you see, it just goes on to prove your point that he's receiving a call or something like that, or getting pulled aside and being told you need to cut this shit out because you're really hurting our revenue stream here, buddy.
And that's what it seemed like Liddell did when he voted not to give Eric Mays that warning. Because she, like I said, give you an example. Liddell showed the world she a bad chair, and that's what I kind of get frustrated with her supporters. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I was sitting up there, council, watching how she rolling her eyes. To me, man, she is not. I don't know how she got on council. To be honest with you, I get it.
Who did she run against? Did she actually run against Maurice?
Yeah, she ran against Maurice. She ran against it was her and Sister Muhammad. Maurice lost in the primary. But the Trump situation did hurt Maurice. I mean, but my thing is,
if the man's in power, you're gonna go. But when you need to talk to someone in power, you have to go to talk to.
Yeah, you do. But this what I don't get. This show you how foolish of a people we are. And I'm talking about just the poor, black, brown, white, that's poor people, how foolish we are. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Gretchen Whitmer got backed by Snyder.
Yep, I'm in that.
Yeah. Got backed by Snyder.
And I'll tell you, as a Republican, that really threw me off and pissed me off at the party. How is a Republican backing a Democrat when I'm getting yelled at during the mayoral campaign after I dropped out as state rep? Because I'm supporting at that time a Democrat in a nonpartisan race. I'm getting told you can't do that. But an ex-governor is supporting a current governor from a different party, and no one's saying a damn whisper about that.
Hold up, let's put who the ex-governor is, who poisoned
Snyder. Yeah,
who poisoned.
Not just who poisoned. Because, yes, that is the most egregious and the most heinous of his sins. But there's also money laundering, racketeering, an entire RICO case, murder, involuntary manslaughter. There's an entire laundry list as long as my leg. And he goes and says, I want to support this Democrat, and no one's blinking an eye. Republicans aren't blinking an eye. Democrats aren't blinking an eye. We poor folks here in Flint are saying, we want Whitmer. Like, we didn't open our eyes and see that these two are just two sides of the same fucking coin. They're both interconnected. Yeah, her dad is a huge Republican.
That tell you all you need to know. That's what.
No, that don't tell you shit because
yes, it do. It tell you all you see why a lot of them laws that a lot of the rules that she is passing. That's why I don't get. She a dino, a Democrat in name only.
Shit, I'll tell you. In my views, as a purist Republican, most of these fucking politicians are rhinos and dinos. No one is standing by their actual party platforms anymore. Where the Republicans are supposed to be more personal accountability, less government interference. No, we see Republicans putting in for more government interference just in places that they want it. Or Democrats, we're supposed to be trying to spread prosperity for all and helping make things more prosperous. No, we're going to promise you something. We're going to throw money at a problem, not spend it intelligently, and still put you in the negative in your bank account because we can't control shit, making everyone poor. We are all equally poor now. It is two parties run by absolute idiots, and where people with common sense that may be in a party are coming into the middle, looking out both ways and going, you're all fucking stupid. That's how you and myself and Winters get along. I'm a conservative. I'm a Republican. But I look at my Republican Party and I go, you guys are way too far gone. And I look at the Democrat Party and I go, you guys are way too far gone. I'm going to hang out with my circle right here in the middle and try to make some intelligent change for my community.
That's what I'm saying. Just look at it. And then look how they let the people who get off, even with the case, they let the people get off who caused it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
that was Nestle. She killed Rico. I thought Rico was immortal. No, she fucking took him out in the desert and put a bullet in the back of his head.
And that's what I'm saying. But you use Rico. See, that's the thing. It's laws for us. Then it's laws for people who that's considered up with money.
You've heard me say it before. Rules for thee, not for me, peasant.
Right. And
that's exactly how they all act. I mean, if you go into city council, right?
Yeah.
And this is just a very small example. Eva Worthing can get away with invalid points of order, points of information, just to take the floor, to disrupt someone's speech or flow or whatever. And she gets a bye.
Oh, hold on. No, hold up before you go farther. No. Remember Pastor Reed, when Brother Art was up there talking, remember he was getting loud, was trying to get his point that Liddell Lewis, the chairman, and she called him out of order?
Nope.
And it took Sister Muhammad to get up there, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just going off of, you can see the division in our city council, right? But if Eric Mays, the very first time he opens his mouth in a night, point of information, you've got a warning. You can have council members sit up there and say racial epithets, very negative ones that should never come out of lighter than paper skin color, such as would you say it for me? The thing that she said that blew all of our minds.
No, when she said the handkerchief head, but the point the reason I want to say
there was not even a bat of an eyelash from the chair to say that's out of order. You need to adjust yourself.
But Eva's been able to get away, and that's why I look at
because she's on that winning side, and there are no rules for her, but there are for the ones that don't vote with her.
But that's why I look at all these organizations. That's why I'm a little depressed with the pastors. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm depressed with them. I'm sick of them. Some of the activists, I'm sick of them too. And I'm excluding Art out of this one because he be there he be there fighting, whether you like him or not. I don't
call Art an activist though, right? So to me, activist is now a dirty word. It is someone who only acts when there's a camera around that they can jump in front of. I'd call Art an advocate. because whether there's a camera there or not, he's going to do the work, right? Yeah. So when you say activist, I've got a general idea who you're talking about, and I've got my own laundry list on the back end of that. And yeah, I'm depressed with them too, because it's me, not for the community.
The reason I say that, because I can call them out and piss all three of the ones I'm talking about out, but I really don't care. Because
hey,
the reason I'm saying that,
we're moving into the studio this week. I don't think there's anything they can do to us. Hit them.
No, reason I say that, no, because you know what I'm saying. They you know, I give them their chance to go ahead and do what they want to do. They are reckoning to be coming. Because if it ain't by God, it'll fall apart. The thing, what I want to say is this: is that you didn't see none of them activists jumping up when it was for the Mitchell boys. That's what you never seen. That's what I'm tripping off. Believe me, I'm tripping that I'm hearing Liddell or Candace. They was running to all these news outlets. Why Candace wasn't running to none of them news outlets over the Mitchell boys?
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I
was a newcomer to the scene.
That's what I'm telling you.
And I was tripping the fuck out over this, and I was helping make as big of a ruckus about it as I could to draw attention to this mother's plight about these firefighters being too fucking lazy to do their job right. And yet we have these public officials and these activists and these X, Y's, and Z's and these pastors who couldn't be bothered because no one's passing around a collection plate and no one's got a camera in their face.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm going to tell you, and a lot of the times I've seen these so-called activists on the wrong side of history, to be honest with you. I've seen them come, they want to go here, they do this and that. They really not helping the people, man. A lot of them activists is paid off, man. I'm just going to be real with you.
I mean, we've seen evidence of it.
Yeah, you see them, and you know, I understand they got their people that's behind them, because I probably got people that'll stick behind me. But I say this: I don't like people who stick with me when I'm on wrong. Believe me, I can tell you the wrong I done, and my people let me know from my friends to the from the blood. They let me know, like, nah, you wasn't right on this one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, these people, because I done heard people, I done had some of Neely supporters come out as well as Karen Weaver supporters come out and tell you things. I ain't gonna put it out in the open, but you know what I'm saying? It always can be some.
I can tell you there are, let me see, 21 plus 36. So there are 57 people that have your back right now, because most of these folks here have sent us either big love, or many of them have sent us cash donations to try to get up on our feet. We got some good people, right? But we didn't need someone with connections to hold us up when we were floundering. And you saw that with a lot of these activists. They started to flounder or tip or fall. And someone with connections came in, scooped them up, and attached some strings while they're there.
Yeah, no, that's what you see. You will see that jump for $1, because what it is, Flint is a hurting city. And believe me, everybody want to be living where it's good at. Let me tell you that. Everybody don't want to be living where it's shooting going on in your neighborhood and all of this. I'm talking about even some of your pastors, your political thinkers, the ones who getting their money and you know, and outside. They're not here for the city. That's the problem. No. Flint keep electing people that's here for themselves and not here for the city. That's how you can get a Sir Major tried to come in. That's how you got a Liddell Lewis that got in. And you know what I'm saying?
Eva Worthing, like, who has, through the grapevine, she's told friends the only reason that she ran for council is because she was in a financial pinch and it was an easy $20K a year. That wasn't for the people. I'm saying? No, I mean, that's illustrating what you're saying. That is putting that point down.
But look how she don't even be infected in council. She doing her work. She out taking pictures.
She's taking pictures. She's doing schoolwork. She's on Facebook. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's somewhere on Tinder.
That's what I'm saying. She doing all this stuff. All this stuff. That's why.
And not anything for her ward. The Regencies are still getting into shootouts, not shootings, shootouts.
But I love how she says she speak her ward. Oh, my ward want me to vote for this. No, it don't. You didn't even have over 1,000 people, 500 people vote for you, Eva. That's how you know she lying. But what it is, when it's the lack of people, when they see the lack of the people interest, they can get away with what they doing. You can see the mayor want to come up. Oh, he wanted looking for a raise. You can see Liddell Lewis when she didn't even want to help the people in the second ward when their basements flooded. and wanted to slide her 50,000. They to me they just like they playing the citizens of Flint like fools.
And that hits me so hard, right? Because Flint is a city that has had a Legionella outbreak. When you have standing water with fecal matter in it, you get cholera, Ebola. Give me a second. E. coli, a whole bunch of horrible, nasty diseases. And she's letting that fester in people's homes with their kids. And she won't vote for that, even though it is a city's failure. And the city itself is responsible financially to rectify it. And she wouldn't even be bothered when people were trying to get a hold of her to pick up her phone to let them know the resources that they do have at their disposal or where to get the forms to fill out for the city to make them whole. No, it was Tanya Burns.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Who had to step out and take that hit out of her time, which she gets very little of in the first goddamn place, to field all the calls from the second ward because they don't have representation. They have a greedy fucking gremlin.
Now you see what I'm saying? But now check this out. That's evil. Now look at this God saint woman here, Liddell Lewis. She went and ran to the pastors. Chris Martin of all people. You ran to him, but you didn't run to Chris Martin when them people's basement was flooded when they needed you.
No.
And then had to come back and recant. That's what I'm saying. But
she
didn't
step out to talk to the pastors to see, hey, is there any way that we can gather community resources to try to empty these people's basements?
And that's what I'm saying. But these pastors ran.
It was only when it was to support her in a way, like personally, not her ward, her.
And where's they support that one even Worthy then jumped up in front of Tanya's face, steady jumping up, ain't nobody calling none of that. And then every time she always say that this person Tanya hit, like she said with Jasmine hit me. She get to play that Karen role. I'm gonna call it that Carolyn Bryant role. So good, man. That is crazy, man. It's like
it's even worse than that. So council broke apart this last council meeting. They are all getting up. Eva and Tanya exit on the same side. Eva, officer, she's chasing me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The scared of any person of color walking in your general direction. Look, if that's how you feel, you need to get the fuck out of Flint. I'm sorry to tell you, lady, but there are more people that don't look like you and I than do look like you and I. And if you're uncomfortable in a public setting because someone of color walked towards you, you need to get the fuck out. Sorry, that one pissed me off.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, like, seriously, how in this day and age, it is 2023. How are you going to look at someone who looks different than you and just instantly feel fear? How is that an option in people's fucking head? I don't understand. I don't know. I have a different background than 99% of the country. I get it. The only colors that mattered to me were your uniform. But I thought beforehand that was how people's minds work. You get to know someone on an individual level and then judge them based off of that. And it seems like Eva's only judging people off of A, what they can do for her, and B, what color their skin is. And it's disgusting.
But she's been allowed to do this for what, 7 years, 6 years? She's been allowed to go ahead.
Long fucking enough.
Yeah, ain't nothing been stopped. She's never been called into what's the name. But I liked it when that council censored, when they censored, and that was with Maurice Eric them when they censored Kate Fields. See, what it is, this what I get sick with the black sub, and I'm gonna just be honest, me speaking. They always get together to censor their own, but they be scared to censor somebody else because 9 times out of 10, when they have that white person with them, they be scared to mess up because they know they BS, and that's why you see Liddell won't call Eva. She know Eva is hell bent. And I'm gonna go back and say it when it happened. I remember when they was gonna suspend Quincy. I'm gonna remember this. It's just that's the game that they play. See, Liddell ain't gonna call Eva in the check because she knows she called Eva in the check. It's a possibility she lose that 5th vote. She see Dennis gone. She not going to. That's why she she going at Quincy. You can't do this to me. Because basically what she doing is they trying to stop from, as Dennis said, the corruption being exposed.
Yeah.
And that's all that is. That's why you seeing orchestrated things that's going down. When you seeing Liddell, she voted down her own thing to talk about the pastors. She voted it down.
Yeah, because she saw she had no support and she didn't want to be humiliated. Like, okay, no one else is voting for it, and if I vote yes, then there's going to be some really uncomfortable questions because I've got Eric Mays to my right, a man that'll grill me like a steak on a grill, on a barbecue, and I've got Dennis Pfeiffer, the man I'm accusing, the man who throws so much shade it might as well be midnight, that are going to end up talking to me and questioning me about my motives and how things got to the point that you know what? It's best if I vote against this. I was stupid to think about it in the first place.
But he got put in this situation. They forced Dennis to do the way he did. That's what you know what I'm saying? His hands was forced. He forgot. They came at him crazy.
Oh.
And then so when he pushed back, I'm just telling you, man. But what it is, you just see the world getting to see how corrupted Flint is, man. It's crazy that it's taking us, the little news, you know, the independents, us with no back and no millions behind us. But listen, we got the people.
Hey,
when you got the people, you got everything.
Look, I like how you and Wintis would say that if we were to sell out to Ashley Capital, you know, Liddell got $1,500 for candy. Quincy got, you know, $15,000 total, you know, lawnmower and gift cards. And we would get like a handful of Jolly Ranchers. And I'm sitting here going, we've got the people. We receive, this ain't tooting our own horn. We receive on average between both platforms between 1,500 and 2,000 views a week, guys. That is a large portion of the voting population of Flint. Plus, we have outsiders, which that's a horrible name for you guys, actually. We have people on the outside that take an interest and have as much of a voice now because Flint is now a nationwide issue again. We have public opinion and we can sway it fairly easy. I'm just glad that we don't do it for money or someone else's money. We try to build ourselves up, obviously. We try to build our own little media empire here in Flint, obviously. But we're not for sale like that. And we can, you know, depending on how we roll things, hopefully start putting people that have some integrity and some morality into some of these positions, these government positions, by highlighting them. Oh, I was talking about per show, Wintis. Anyway, by highlighting them. So, you know, say if we knew everything we know now and we had the power we do now then, we could have put all this behind Michael Clack and, you know, made his victory into the Flint School Board that much more of a landslide. And that's been part of our mission since day one, right? To educate folks about the evils that are out there and the folks who are actually trying to do positive. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're right. No, exactly what it is. We could have been. It's just, man, listen, I said, I'm going to say it again. Ain't nothing like being free.
True enough, dude.
And what I mean by true independence, you can call your own shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and because I listen, I'm not.
There's nothing to threaten us with. Like, how are you going to hurt what we do now?
Right. Because anybody can get it right now. Yeah. And don't think I didn't forgot. Don't think because I'm just quiet. Oh, I watched everybody that thought it was down and out how they played games. Mm-hmm. I ain't said nothing because you ain't got nothing to preach. But I do. That's why I have nothing but respect and love for the ones who stuck through with us and the ones who's coming to join us. As far as, you know, watching us and seeing how it's grow, we you know, it's a learning lesson. We went through some learning lessons.
Yeah, but we had a strong community behind us. We learned that we can rely on ourselves and our community rather than having to go find someone to be a puppet mat, you know, like a benefactor that's going to start pulling some strings. And that's why I'm so excited and such a rush to get this studio together so we can show all these nice folks what their contributions and their just
Right.
good vibes have provided. I'm really excited to get everything in there, show them what we've got coming up. I can't wait to see Wintus with Mr. Maurice Davis as our first guest because of all the love he showed us.
Oh no, he I say this. He was one that
he
really
gets to be the
showed
first outsider to the 810 group to step foot in that office, and it makes me so proud.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he was the one on because, like I say, Maurice. When other people say they started this, Maurice was the one I watched, seen do it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He was the one that was educating and went on here just like shit talking and doing none of that. He was really educating people and getting them up on it. You know what I'm saying? What I hate with this thing, that came a lot of hating.
The only thing
that's what I hate. I hate to hate. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't be jealous, man. Do your thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's enough room. I hate it, and then I don't want people to think just because I ain't been saying nothing. I've been watching what they've been doing, so don't. I'm like this, and I'm gonna be honest. This one of your. If it was fuck you then, it's fuck you now.
Yeah.
I don't believe in going back making friends. Once that bridge get burned, I'm gonna make sure I burn it, so I can destroy it, for you can't come back. And that's just how I am. That's people that was with me who ain't. I don't believe in that. I don't believe you go talk your shit or you play games. I'm not with the fence ride. Neither you with me or you not. That's why I do love the people who stayed.
Just because
don't get me wrong. I got nothing but love for the ones who stayed.
Just because I'm not shooting at you right now doesn't mean that we're going to share a trench, right?
Right.
At the end of the day, if you've shown us hate in the past, we don't need to be friends.
Right.
We don't necessarily have to be in an active state of war, neither. You can stick to your side of the ravine, I'll stick to mine.
Right.
That's the way I like it.
Me too. But don't think we're going to come back because it's quiet time, because I done seen this. If you hate once, you'll hate again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People was I seen it, man. I seen a lot of things. I just laughed and kept to myself because I knew we was gonna get through it.
And to the people that didn't stay with us, best of luck.
Right.
Wish you the best. I hope things go good for you. I hope that you find success wherever you go. If you're doing, if you're continuing on with the podcast, I hope that you find numbers and you do great things. It just will never be with us again.
Right. That door closed. Shut. And I still got respect. I still show you respect.
Oh yeah. Like they're fucking around with us in the first place. That's great. Yeah. I cherish those times and those memories and, everything that we did together. You decided that it is time for you to move on to bigger and better things. And I'm just going to help you through.
Right. I'm going to help you stay over there.
Yep.
And that's
there
my
you
shade.
Go.
And that's my shade for the day. Because I'm telling you, I looked at it, man. I ain't going to lie. I looked at a lot of stuff. I was watching stuff. I was just sitting back watching it. And then the ones, too, I ain't going to put out there who was calling on the low. It's still love that way, too.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I've run into a few of our former personalities and nothing but positive things to say to each other and about each other.
Right.
It's just on the back end, I know that if things get hard, I can't trust you to be with me anymore.
Right.
I can't trust you to have my back. So why?
And what I hate,
I have you back now that things are going good again.
And I'm gonna tell you what I hate is when people jump in, don't know what's going on. That's why he's something I'll never be cool with. You let me know you a clown because
some people
go wherever.
Some people are going through Attorney Kim's workout regimen. They're just backflipping in off the stage. Flip.
Okay, let's throw rocks at them because these people are throwing rocks. You know what I'm saying? To go along, to get along. And let me say this to you.
You see me down, you think you're going to get a free shot. I'm going to bite your fucking ankle off.
And this the funny part. Now, I hope the people do come deal with y'all. Some people weren't dealing with y'all. So you can go over there and support, do this and that. Let's see if they're going to do something with y'all. I'm going to put that on the floor. Let's see if you can get them interviews, set it up. Because they wasn't dealing with you then. Because you over there thinking you're loving them now. Go see if they're going to set you up then.
I mean,
let's go see if they're going to do something with you.
And you know what? If they do, good for you. I'm very happy. If they don't, hey, there's a reason we ain't there.
Yeah. Because if they do, they let me know they was hypocrites.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know what was said. But I'm done with that part of it. I'm just saying, I seen them. I seen y'all. I was watching y'all. I watched all your little posts, everything you did. Even the haters been doing some posting, man. Like I can't believe some people who say they lawyers, but in the social media game. I'm just saying, this is just, Mama Quill. I'm just sick of them. I've been watching all of them. A couple of these people, I started the game for them, but they ain't gonna never give me credit for that.
Yeah, right. Like
I started it for them. I started it for him. I mean, I don't even want no credit, but I just be sitting back when I be seeing little pot shots be took and did this and that. I just be sitting back laughing like, wow.
All these little sly,
jabs.
Pretend jabs or, feints or look, you're angry. We get that.
Right.
One or two of our personalities didn't want to run with you. We're not sorry. Because we're taking a look at the numbers, we're taking a look at the friendships we've made, and we're saying this is worth a hell of a lot more than whatever you could have given us.
No, because I'm going to tell you who showed me what freedom was, and I got him on the screen. That brother don't know
that man right there.
He don't know how much freedom when he showed the way to me. I'm just saying me. I'm not speaking on nobody else.
I'm going to be 100% honest and say the only thing, because I do have something I dislike about his show. And since he's here, I can say it. It's too fucking early for me, man. I don't wake up that time.
I'm gonna keep it up there. The brother showed me freedom. Rather how you like how he did it, but he was his own. He created his own.
I love the way, he set up his own little room. He set up his camera, and he has no one paying his bills but him. He has no one telling him what to say but him.
Entrepreneur.
He gets to do whatever he wants with his show. If he wants to sit there and do a show about how to play a guitar one morning, he can, because no one's going to tell him no, because that's what freedom is.
Entrepreneur. He didn't get told, like he said, everybody, you're not going to like everything he did, like maybe how he did. I don't like everything Maze them do, but Maze, another one, showed me freedom.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When I see Maze go at the powers that be, the ones who call themselves that control the blacks, or the ones that can bring the white vote. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I look at them and I go see freedom. You know what I'm saying?
I'll hit you with this, right? So we're talking about freedom, people who showed it to us.
Mm-hmm.
He's not here now, but if you guys go through my friends list, you'll see a profile named Zaire Uku. That was my gunner in the Army, in the National Guard, when I came to Michigan and I joined the Guard after I did my active time. He got out, and the first thing he did while he was in, he worked 3 jobs, plus the Guard, plus he's a full-time student. And you want to know what the first thing he did as soon as he got out was? He started a podcast, and he decided he enjoyed janitorial work because he gets to put in his earbuds and just get paid and don't talk to people. That man showed me you don't have to have a lot to be free and be happy.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And he went at him like they don't get it. Like everything, you're not going to agree with everybody, even some of his supporters. But to me, it's like he called it how he wanted to call it. He played it by his way. And listen, and then when he came back, look how he came back to people's way. That's when you know the people really love you. When you can come back and they tap in. Because what he been saying, I got to give a shout out to brother Derek Smart, because he highly intelligent. Derek Smart,
as Winter said, Derek's smart. Derek's smart. I
got to give that brother a shout out because he on his game. And I'm gonna say this too, and I'm gonna give it, and this strictly for the queens, for the women. Hey, them be the real steppers. Cause I see a lot of us, man, we be folding up on certain things. We be saying we not gonna be, and I say this, them women, they be some live steppers, man. Seem like they got more heart than we be having sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, that Sister Muhammad I seen on the front line. I done seen Winters on the front line. I even seen Gina even Gina that spoke up for us at times. I ain't gonna lie. I done seen the women on council. The only ones I done seen were 2 of them, Jerry and Tanya, that done stepped for Maze. When I seen the other ones fold. Like I said, now Dennis back out there stepping. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, it's just, man, I got to get them women, because you see the women on the forefront. This man seem like we sell out quicker, just to be honest with you, because they give me 10 million, I'm selling out.
Take a look at Christine Brown.
Oh,
if we want to say stepper. People who have been stepping up the entire time. When we were only talking to 5 or 6 people at a time, and we were excited when a video got up to 60 views. There was Christina clapping us on the back the entire time. Mama Quill,
a stepper,
standing there clapping us on the back the entire time, saying, "You guys are great. You can do this."
Kathleen King, a stepper.
Right. We've got some of the coolest, strongest women in the world in our audience, and it is humbling every week to come on.
I say even even I don't want to say. I even say, even though we're not cool, there's some steppers over there on the other side. Yeah. they got some steppers over there. They got some strong women. I just ain't gonna say, because I don't want y'all to know who they is. I don't want to get them in trouble if I single them out. I know how things
that roll, or you don't want to let them know what kind of powerful assets they have, because they don't back down.
Yes, they got some steppers over there. Like I said, I didn't see. Listen, let me say, I didn't seen some women stepping over there. Neely got some. He got women that support some steppers. I'm gonna just be honest. I seen the women do more stepping than anything. But hey, that's my shout out for the women. Y'all are some steppers. The ones who step in the right way.
I mean, look, just someone who doesn't take a step backwards has to get my respect, whether I'm with you or not. If you hold your ground against anything the world's throwing against you, you're damn strong.
Yeah, but you can have some foolish steppers too. To just, I'm not gonna sit up there and just be going with
you know what, just standing there and getting a hurricane of truth thrown at you and still not backing up. I've got to respect the stupidity in that case. Right? Yeah. Like, that is some strong stupidity. Them feet grew some roots.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's why I be, man, listen, I just be, I ain't gonna lie. Everything is, you can't take it, everything. I just know lesson learned. And, you know, I don't look at it was no bad experience, man. Listen, we learned something from it. And I do pray. Even though I was a little mad because I seen little things going on, but I kept it to myself. It's still love. It's just because I ain't rocking with you, it don't mean I hate you. If it's not dealing with you. Sometimes you need space to grow. You know, I feel like every step I was at, it was helping me to get here.
Yeah.
It helped me meet y'all, you know what I'm saying, to go build what I was trying to build. And then, like they say, when you don't like it, take your ball and go home.
Yep. And we had a lot of balls to take out of that court, didn't we?
Hey, listen, I took it and went home. We making something work.
Yeah. Now we got a new court.
Right.
And we've got a brand new team. Many of them are carryovers from the old team. You know, Mama Quill was there from our little league days, now coming into our major league days.
Best believe it.
Type deal.
We ain't in the minors no more.
No. You know, this is supposed to be an hour show, and I think for the past 30 minutes we've sat there and gave shout-outs to literally everyone who's had our back.
And we got to give a shout-out to the team. You know, Ashley, she going through something. You know, her granny passed. Y'all keep her in her prayers through this time, you know, her grieving time. You know, you got to give Clack a shout-out. I know we put Clack under hell of pressure.
Oh, yeah. Because he's a public official, and then he pairs up with me, probably one of the most controversial guys in Flint. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
You got to get Clack. You got to get definitely Sister Muhammad. Like I say, hey, she a real stepper to me.
Look,
got to give a shout out to her. Like
if you put me and her in a boxing ring, you're going to see one thing. You're going to see me calmly, very calmly, step out of that ring because I don't want my ass kicked.
Nah, Sister Muhammad a stepper.
She'll take me down.
Like I said, stepper. And you got to throw Gina in there, you know, because when I did call her and say, hey, let's, you know, when Winters, let's make this happen. Got to call. She stepped for us too. And, you know, got to give a shout out to Winters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the moves. Oh, hold up, Becky. You know I'm going to give you a shout out. Now cut the crap. Becky Brown, no, she a stepper too. She rides with us. I ain't gonna lie to you, Becky. But most of y'all Kermit Lions, you know what I'm saying? All y'all, even the haters, because y'all have to watch us to know what's going on. Even
Damn
the haters,
right.
I'm gonna give y'all a shout out. I'm probably gonna. I know I blocked y'all on Facebook, but I ain't gonna block y'all on YouTube because I want y'all to see our growth.
Oh, don't worry, I haven't blocked you guys. I want you to see everything I'm doing, and I want to see where you're stumbling.
Right, and and then don't be hold up, family. Before we get off, we add new people to the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're
We've
gonna have
got to expand the roster.
we expanding the roster.
We're gonna expand the menu of shows.
The menu. You might you might mess around and see Trevor producing shows. You never know what's going on. This is know. Listen, man.
8-10 Hicks are us. Let's go.
Right. Hey, listen. It is what it is. Nah, Beck, we got to get y'all shouts out, man. Everybody to stay with it. I know it seemed a little bumpy, but we learned.
You know what? We got to give a shout out to our out of towners too.
Like, most definitely.
How many people can sit there and look at a town of like 76,000 and say, I'm going to be interested and invested in those people's struggles?
We got to shout out right versus wrong because I don't want to fall out with them. Might fuck around, pull something up I done a long time ago.
Right versus wrong will probably find my military record in all 4 of my Article 15s. I'm not even going to fuck with that.
She from North Fayetteville, all the way North Carolina.
All Nolan's friends.
Yeah, you gotta holler out Nolan's. You know what I'm saying? Thomas.
They gave me the snowbilly. Oh, Thomas Padroni is.
Hey, listen, Melissa Zembrisky. I'm glad we ran into her. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, all of y'all. I can't remember all y'all names.
And
blame it on my heart. Even your brother Kevin, and who was this Moon Lagoon? Hey, he from Ohio, for tapping in. So
we got to give our positive to Art too, because while he's never been on the 810, he has many times given us information that we've been able to use.
Taya Austin, that's what I was trying to find because there's so many in the comments. Hella love to her. Like I say, all of them. Really all of them. So many of y'all, all of y'all that came in and supported us to watch us go from watch me from one view on YouTube. I say, we came a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, also got to give a shout out to Kevin Tay, Art, and Dink Roadhouse. Y'all know how it go.
Oh man!
And they got the best fish. When Dink be doing they cooking, go try them out.
I don't do fish, but they got some damn good wings.
Oh yeah. You know what? Go to Roadhouse. You ain't gonna go wrong. And it's a good environment too you can sit back and chill. Okay, look at Michelle. Hello. Hey, thanks Michelle for tapping in. Like I say, we want to thank all y'all.
Damn right.
Even the people that ain't with us no more, thank y'all for pushing us to do better and go for self.
Mm-hmm. Now.
Oh my God, I almost forgot. T. Burns, Tanya.
Oh man.
Oh, I was gonna get in trouble.
She was gonna hurt you. Well, no, she's probably gonna hurt me. Let's face it, my nuts are already on the chopping block.
And we did the 501 winters. We holler at the NOLA. We giving out we going to New Orleans now. Y'all mark that we'll be in New Orleans in 24. We're gonna shoot a couple shows from down there. And Mama Quill, I gotta get with you before we can get to because me and Trevor be in the studio all next week working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me quit saying I'm working. I'll be up there watching Trevor. And Bobby Burton, hold up, I almost forgot him. Hey, this is another one. Big timer. Yeah. And like you said, you can't gotta get out. And I didn't want to say your name wrong, Sonya. Thank you for always tapping in too, and all the supporters that hit the Cash App, who supported the GoFundMe. Like I say,
this Cash whole App, new GoFundMe were great, and you guys provided. I think last I counted close to $1,500. Yeah, and on the tail end of that, those who couldn't but shared. God, that was a huge help. We had people donating from Mexico.
Joseph Caspani, that's Winter's homie right there. Most definitely. Gotta like man, we putting some stuff together, man. It just took us a little longer than I thought.
Yeah, but we found a lease that wasn't going to take my left foot, so
yeah, because they was like
that
we couldn't
looking
find
was
nothing in
good.
Flint. We couldn't find nothing in Flint. Anytime I gave my name, it was done. Oh, Brian Horn too. We got to shout out Brian Horn. I said Joseph Scaspani. I couldn't think of Brian Horn. You got to give him a shout out, man. It's like so many of y'all keep us going, because at one time I swear I thought they had broke us. They made me. I thought I didn't want to do it no more.
Yeah, and then I think we hit my first 1,500 view video after everything split, and we were sitting there trying to find a new home. I'm like, no, we'll be fine. We got this.
I know. I tell them what you tell me every time.
Right when that happened.
That's why I tell him every time. I say, I talk to Trevor. Trevor don't do no pat on the back. He say, hey, listen, man, I ain't got no pity party. I'm not saying it the way you exactly said it, but listen, we done it. It's over with. Let's keep it. We're going to find out. And that's I'll be like, okay.
We've made our decision. There's no going back. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. We just have to do what we got to do. And that's what we done did.
Oh, yeah, no, Mama Quill, you right on that. I'm going to tell you, it'd be some soul searching. I'm going to tell you, this costs you to do soul searching. When you be thinking you did so right, then you see certain things. You know, I take fault some of the stuff, too, on what's going on. But when you take fault, it's when you're not really controlling it. And that was what I had to take fault into. So, I like I say, but we are better. I believe both parties, you know, it was good for both parties. We all doing our thing. It ain't got to be no shade throwing back and forth. Listen, we doing us, they doing them. And I pray everybody, even the haters, I pray that they stuff work off.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like, so the haters that want to compete in the podcast industry, whatever this is, this little sphere, there's enough viewers for everyone. Everyone can view multiple different shows, right? Like, it isn't exclusive. This isn't a zero-sum game. We can literally all win. I don't understand what all the hatred is about. Maybe I'm just dumb. I mean, I am just dumb, but you know, maybe I'm just so dumb that I don't understand.
No, I am too. I'm just saying it's enough to go around. We shouldn't really be having to go, because the object is to get the city of Flint highlighting what's going on. That's really what podcasting is. You just giving the news that the news is not reporting. That's it. There's no reason for it to go back and forth, but we all human. You take a shot at me, I'm going to take a shot back at you. I think I'm done getting shots took at me. I'd be damned if you're going to swing on me. I'm not going to swing back. I'm out of that business.
What was it that Wintis and Dennis were saying last night? You hit low, I'll go lower. Wintis comes up and says, I'll drag you straight to hell.
All right, now, because they will make you like this. This will give you, man, people will make you have a hardened heart. And I know I'm not that type of person. So, that's why on certain things, I fall back on, because before I go that, I'd rather just, I walk away. Because you got to think, man, these are a bunch of frenemies. I'm going to say that again for the people, the slow people can hear. In this business, it's nothing but frenemies.
Yeah.
And reason it's frenemies because you got jealous people. Like, my light can't outshine your light. If you doing your thing, it'll pop off. Believe me, I went from having one view. I can tell you who I started with. Like, we wasn't getting views. I can tell you that.
And then I can tell you, right when 810 started popping off was when you started looking at political candidates and you were wanting to interview folks for state rep. I think that was your first state rep interview.
Yeah, I can tell you what it was.
We had 20 people. I was so excited. I was like, oh, man, 20 whole people watched me.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That video came out to like 400. It was great.
That's what I'm saying. We done went from, I'm telling you, I done went from not to 1 or 2 views, but they don't understand. I was still coming on because I knew eventually something was going to catch.
Right.
And I'm gonna get people some free game. I ain't never been one not to. You got to get people who really want to work, who got personalities that can draw people in. You just can't.
When it comes to 810, when I win, we win.
Right.
That's what you've been doing the entire time. You've been dragging some of us kicking and screaming.
Yeah, they don't get it. It ain't all about you sometimes. It's about get people. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Listen, man, and I say this: you got to work. I feel like the people I would have got, we ain't gonna be outworked.
Yeah, trust me.
Like I say, look.
Here's the thing about us: we do a 24-hour cycle. You go to bed early, wake up early. Wintis has normal human East Coast hours. I'm like on Australian time. There's literally one of us awake all 24 hours, and we are always doing something, either researching. In my case, I was using a saw and making a desk until 3 a.m. Or, thinking up shows and how to make things better. You're not going to outwork 810 because you can't work around the clock like we can. We got Mr. Super Responsible. We've got Business Professional. And then we've got Dumb and Broken.
But when you put it together, we come up with something special. That's why I just say we just like, listen, go ahead, keep doing what you're doing. We're going to keep going.
And you know what? If you do try to compete with us, then you're just making yourself better. So, you know what? Keep it up.
Because eventually, because we not there. I want us to have, when we having 2,000 and 3,000 in the chat. My goal is with Paul. Like Paul be having 1,300, but it's just not 1,300 just from council. I'm talking about having actually 1,300 people in your show, because when you putting content out
in
there,
your
people
live
can hear
chat.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We can get that. I just got 3-some thousand on my YouTube video for the city council. But can you put that in? Get that many, have people in your views like that. Like, I think it's wonderful what we doing, but I know we can do better.
Mm-hmm.
I know we can do way a lot better.
Oh, just wait, guys. When I get Mickey so tired one night, I'm going to pitch him a video game session twice a week, and he'll say yes. We're going to go play StarCraft together. It's going to be great.
Just be patient. We got to listen, man. Oh, not Mama Quill. I don't never be satisfied. They'll tell you. Like right now, I got some. We got to have a meeting. I want to put it out there. Oh no, we on pay-per-views. I can tell you that right now. We on pay-per-views. We do it out. Listen, we do it without paying for views. But that's cheating. That's
all
cheating
of our money goes to
equipment,
studio equipment. It goes to the furniture. It goes to
renovations.
Yeah. And then it goes to pay the producer. We don't have enough money to be paying for views. We have to be somewhat interesting to get what we got.
Love you back to you, Austin.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean,
we can't cheat. We're too broke to cheat.
Right. And then that's not good. That's inflated. How you gonna have 1,000 views and 5, 6, 7 comments
and 2 likes?
That's why
that just looks fake. Come on now, put some effort into it.
That's why I respect art. Like, you see art grinding. I watched art grind where art have 200 in his what's her name. Like I said, I done seen Tanya on her what's her name. But you know what, but I tell you this, people will wait to see what you do and then want to go do it.
Listen, then they'll try to do it better.
I can tell you my game plan. I don't still think you would beat me at it. And I ain't being cocky. I just feel like I can tell you a plan. I'm going to shoot this movie, or we're going to do this. And I feel still like how I'm going to do is going to outdo how you going to do it. Because you going off of what I told you, not going off of what you know.
Here, let me give you Mickey's game plan. He's going to surround himself with a diverse group of people with different views. All of them are quirky and weird as hell in their own way. And he's going to throw them at the internet, and people are going to find them interesting and tune in. Welcome to 810.
Welcome. That's how we do it.
I mean,
it's okay. Let me see. Let me answer this question before we end it, Trevor. This was Jelena Freeman. She said off subject. Thanks for bringing us back on subject, Jelena.
Thank you. All right. Off subject. I've been asking what's going on down Atherton Road with those huge giant poles. I heard it was from GM needing more power because we kept having blackouts over, but I still haven't found out for sure if that's the deal. And when did City Council vote that those can be put in, or did they? So as far as I know, the electric company can put in any size pole to carry the necessary electricity toward infrastructure or things deemed essential. So a GM plant being a full-time, when it's not on strike, a full-time employer, one of the largest employers in the state of Michigan, is considered essential. So your electric company can put those in as they please. Just to put that in there. Because as we all know, not all employers are seen equal in the eyes of the tax law. And when an employer has a very large payroll tax that goes to the state and keeps the state above water, they're the ones that get special considerations, such as we don't need to ask to get more electricity flowing into our building.
Well.
Oh, you know what? We didn't shout out one person who's been there with us from the beginning, and he's as weird as I am.
Who?
Where's Philip Lee?
Oh, Philip the guy. You ain't lying.
Dude.
Philip. I forgot Philip Lee. Blaming on my heart, not my head. Blaming on my head, not my heart, Philip. Because we did. Philip been around with it for real.
Have you seen these poles? They're like giants standing along the side of the road. Intimidating, ugly, and out of place. Yeah. If they're the type that I'm thinking of, which would be a 4-foot diameter and goes up about 50, 60 feet, that can carry, I think, 6 to 8 high voltage cables. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, if you got a big payroll tax, then the state of Michigan, well, any state, will just give you what you need and give you all the permissions in the world. And I'm sorry they're making your neighborhood look ugly.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. And hey, family, we do got a show we're going to be bringing. We're going to be coming on from Monday to Thursday. We just ain't figured it out yet. It's going to be in the morning from either 9 to 11. We ain't figured out the time, but we got a morning show. That's going to be coming on from Monday to Thursday. So I want y'all stay tuned for what we got really coming. And the sports show will be coming too. We'll be getting that in a minute, you know. And I blame Brother Clack is in charge of that.
And just because I saw someone in the YouTube comments pop up, I like gun education. I'm going to be pitching that to Mickey when we get off the air.
Listen, y'all, stay tuned. The studio finna be open. It's finna have all the bells, and I think we're gonna have like the Bentley of studios as far as the podcasting around here. I think we're gonna have the Bentley of studios. That's just my humble opinion.
All right, if we have the Bentley, just because we've seen Mr. Maurice's background, you know that man's got the Lambo. But I'm happy with the Bentley. We're gonna be working our ass off on that one, but we just won't have some cool guitars in the background.
No, hey, listen, with Melissa, when we're going to find out who's news coming on. You know what? I got to leave that to Winters because her and I forgot who else going to be handling that aspect of it.
Winters, our talent agent.
Yeah, but see, because what it is, Clark running the sports part because he's going to be running the sports division of 810. So, you know, when he bring, I don't want to get the person name wrong because I know Ashley got something helping on that aspect at Club Rich. She helping on that aspect as far as setting up the sports. Like, listen, we finna hit y'all different ways. So I'm going to get with them because we supposed to be having a meeting. I think we're going to have a meeting. I don't know who's going to call the meeting. Maybe Winter's going to probably put the meeting out. She's going to be sending everybody a little text, what's the name, that we having a meeting. And we're gonna go. Maybe we're gonna do it we have it in the conference room at the studio. We're gonna hit everybody. I'm gonna set a meeting up. We can really have that. I don't know, maybe within the next couple weeks or something, Melissa, we'll be putting that out there.
We got a conference room.
We upgraded.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here before we continue on, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to us. I know I'm a lot less interesting when I don't have someone to bounce off of, so you sticking around for this means the world to me. Tune in tonight for Sister Circle with Sister Audrey and Wintis. Will Gina be on tonight?
Oh yes, they all gonna be here.
Gina. So we got the 3. After that, we got Club Rich. So keep tuned in. And what, tomorrow or Sunday with Tanya?
Oh no, it should be on tomorrow.
There you go. And tomorrow with Tanya Burns. So have a good one. We'll catch you next time.
Ashley coming on at 8 o'clock too. So stay
Yeah,
tuned.
I said Club Rich.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
I did. Don't
tuned.
said it.
For sure. Don't go off yet, Trevor.
All right.